Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Heather, and on this channel we like to walk a very fine line between a shopping addicted makeup monster and a responsible adult with a makeup hobby. Now, I really enjoy eyeshadow singles, duochromes, multichromes, blush, highlight, lip gloss, basically everything except pressed glitter. And today we're going to be doing this eye look with the new Beaute Bar Smokey Glam palette, and I'll be trying out a couple extra new goodies along the way as well. If that sounds like something you're interested in, stick with me. We're getting into it right now. So what I want to do is I want to compare the NYX Pigment Primer to a possible replacement, which is the Hard Candy Longwear Primer. And the reason for that is the NYX Primer is getting discontinued, which is very upsetting. So I want to try out this Hard Candy one and see if it would be like a good substitute. Feels a little bit thinner, but it has that same kind of dimethicone slip. That's what I'm looking for. There's a ton of brands out that have done pigment primers. The one I used to use was Milani, and then the other ones that I've tried are like Glam Light's pigment primer, who's the other one that I have? I have Glam Light. Oh, Juvia's Place. I have one of their primers, and they all seem to be the same ingredient deck, so I think they're probably all getting like batch made somewhere. And when I discovered that this one was getting discontinued, I was so disappointed. So I started looking at the ingredient deck for this, and this is one of the closest things I've found to it. Within like the first 4 or 5 ingredients, roughly the same. The other one that I picked up to try at some point is this NYX Ultimate Primer, because I'm not sure if they're just rebranding it with different tints for that pigment primer. We'll see. Go in with this Beaute Bar Smokey Glam palette, which I just had to pick up when it came out. I was really excited about this one. I think I'll start first with Silk Teddy. I want to use some of the purples and maybe blacks in this palette. Okay, so far that looks good. Okay, so now we have a little bit on both eyes. I'm gonna grab an even smaller blending brush and go into Icon, which is like the little fuchsia shade. See if we can. I'm gonna get some of the Black Onyx shade, which is this sparkly black right there. And we're gonna put that in the outer corner. And then go back in with Silk Teddy, which is the purple. Kind of intensify that. And then I need something in the inner corners here. I think I'm gonna go in with Cuddles, which is this shade right here. Sorry guys, this palette is enormous. It's 36 shades. There is one spot that is like not holding pigment right here. Not sure why that is. All right, and then I'm just gonna diffuse the edges a little bit. And I think I'm gonna go in with Silk Sheets and then Pink Diamonds, which are these two, and create like an ombre faux cut crease. So that's pretty much the upper lid. I'm going to step off camera and do foundation, concealer, primer, probably brows, and then come back to do some face stuff. So hold please. So now I have on my primer, foundation, and concealer. I did go ahead and just pop on some tinted brow gel just to kind of make my brows look like they exist again. And I think we're ready for the lower lash line at this point. So I want to go back into this palette and I want to use this really dark purple, the shade Silk Teddy, and then I think I may smoke it into one of the blacks, and then I'm not sure on the lower lash line if I want to put in one of the silvers just to really like amp up that color, because I may also try some gemstones. We may just completely destroy this look, but we'll see. So going in with Silk Teddy first. And then a little bit of the, I'm going in with the matte black this time, but really you could use either. Yeah, I'm gonna use the shade Icon, which is the fuchsia shade that we used to blend out the top lid. And then all the way into the inner corner. Do I want to use Risque, Milk Bath? I'll use Milk Bath, which is like this really pretty sparkly topper kind of shade. So we're left with something that looks like this. I think this is like pretty cute thus far. I would like to incorporate some gems, so let me see what I have that I think would fit with this eye look. So the order that I picked up from Manic Gems, I picked up a lot of different stuff. They had these kind of like themed kits of beads, not beads, rhinestones. So I picked up the Scooby-Doo one, of course, because we all know I'm obsessed. I picked up the Marvel Avengers, because again, obsessed. And then I picked up this Taylor Swift one simply because it had a lot of really dark, moody kind of colors in here, which I thought would be super, super pretty. So I think we might play with some of those today. She sent over a bunch of like free sample goodies, so I definitely appreciate that. And then this is the set of pearls that I picked up as well. So lots of different goodies. And so I put like a whole bunch of gems on. I think it looks kind of cool, but it definitely needs some lashes. So I'm just going to put on the Too Faced Killer Liner, the black one, and then get some lashes on, and then I'll be right back. I put a pair of lashes on that I'm not used to wearing, and they are a bit dramatic. I tried to cut them down and they still look a bit insane, but it's alright because I think the rest of this look is looking a little insane too, but I still kind of like it. I wanted to go in and use, oh, and I got lash glue all over my fingers. Good for me. I wanted to go in and use these two face palettes. These are doll face palettes from, I think they're just called like Doll Beauty. This first one is a rouge one, and this is in the shade Sophia. But it's basically this beautiful like cool toned blush palette. And then the highlighter palette is the one in the iridescent packaging. And I got the shade Hollywood Halo, which looks like this. Very cute. There is a shade lighter than this, like a trio that's lighter than this, but it was basically all like champagne gold shades, so I did not pick that one up. So going into this doll face palette, I'm gonna pull this Center blush shade first. Just kind of stamp that over here in the edges on my cheekbone. And then I'm just gonna blend out the edges with a little bit of the other two shades. What I like about this highlighter palette is the fact that these shades are like super soft. So if you're somebody who doesn't like a super glittery, sparkly highlight, this might be a really great choice for you. I'm gonna take some of the two outside pink shades and just mix them together and buff into the skin. And we're looking kind of like that. What do you guys think? I think the lip product that I'm going to go in with is this St. Jane lip oil that I just picked up at the Sephora VIB sale. I tapped it on in the center and then kind of blotted it out with my fingers to give kind of that popsicle lip technique, just because the eye look obviously is super, super intense. So let's talk about palette. I really like this palette. I've actually been using it all week. So I've used a significant number of the shades. The only shades I haven't really dipped into would be like these two over here, these couple of light neutrals over here, this shade up here, and then this kind of almost green leaning shade, although I think it would look nice with that. But everything else I've pretty much dipped into and have been very, very happy with this particular format. I'm also surprised because I was expecting this palette actually to be a little bit bigger, but this actually is a pretty decent size for how many shades you're getting. So overall, very pleased with that. So far, so good on the pigment primer. I'm gonna have to see how it wears throughout the day compared to the current primer that I'm using. So I have one eye that's NYX, one eye that's Hard Candy, and we'll look and see how that looks at the end of the day. And then as far as the gems that I picked up, again, this is the Taylor Swift collection from Manic Gems. You can check them out on Instagram and you can shop them through their link in their app or through their link on their Instagram page. I guess I should say that as clear as possible. But overall, I think this is kind of a cool, fun, interesting take on the rhinestones. What else? Oh, the face palettes. I really like these. I've been using these all week too. I've had a hard time putting them down to test other things out. So overall, very pleased with those. With that said, I think that is everything for this video. Finally, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you go, and I'll catch you in my next one.